like a tweet. I came from nothing, I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up, I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself, can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man, we do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling, I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe, so you gon' see. Yeah. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. These love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he was certainly solid, maybe a little bit more last week in his NFL debut. Threw a couple of touchdown passes and earned his first victory. Now, we all know it's not going to be easy from here, but at least now he's seeing what it takes to win at this level.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Rich. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 11 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Rich. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 66 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's nice to see Jamison Williams recover from his knee injury suffered in the college football playoff in 2022. And we already knew that his speed was some of the best in the game. And that's a big reason why Detroit traded up to pick him 12th overall. So earliest they've taken a receiver since 2007. That pick being Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson. Nice job there by Williams, using some of that speed there to pick up a first down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Goff throwing complete for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep is DJ Chark. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. And this one complete right side to Funchess. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 2nd down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Commanders was terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jason Kabinda, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. Over the middle, it's complete. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Seibert's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So his first sack of the game, but CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Swift going to try up the middle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. From the 50, it's Goff. Finding Williams once more. Complete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st down, Rich, and Thomas has it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Steps away to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Rich, he's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now Goff on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Goff will find Williams on the slant. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Goff on first down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Goff throwing again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. From the gun, here's Goff. St. Brown has it near the sideline. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, and they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Sam Darnold has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Teddy Bridgewater has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. From just shy of midfield, Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Goff. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Throwing again on second down. Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Kendall Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play defensively. Really nice tackle for loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Goff. Well, that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now it's Goff. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Daron Payne. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here is Washington now to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Brown. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Rich. And that is incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Goff. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st and 10, Rich. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
Personal foul. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. Operating from the gun, Rich. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Operating from the gun, Rich. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Sly able to put this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now looks to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Goff. It's complete to Williams. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Goff. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Goff. Pressure comes and down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Goff now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Detroit's offense ready to take over. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Goff. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Chase Young. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff throwing complete for Swift. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Goff's pass finds Williams, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Again, Goff. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. An inside give, Brown. And he gets it down to the 32. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So a victory here for the Commanders. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for the Commanders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they